Hey guys, it's Mighty Mr. Mustache, the mightiest mustache in the universe. A little phlegmy today, just because. And we are back. It is June the 20th. It is reset day here in Destiny. The Destiny 1, I guess we're going to have to start referring to it as we very quickly come upon the release date for Destiny 2. 2.5 months, less than 2.5 months away. Yeah, 2 months and a week, maybe something along those lines. I can't math today, don't ask me to. But while we still have the available time on the first game of Destiny and this countdown to Destiny 2, E3 has come and gone. The hype is real, the hype is huge. Let's take a look and see what's available this week. For those of you who still want to get last minute pieces of armor, who want to fill out collections or things like that, it is time to beat up on Crota. That's right, it is Crota's end for the raid. So, the Deathsinger challenge, we've gone through this before. You have a limited amount of time to kill the Deathsinger. And to do it challenge-wise, you have to kill her with a sword from a sword bearer, not one of the ones from your heavy slot. One of those big hive sword bearers. And in order to bring him out, you are going to have to kill all, and literally I mean all of the ads that come in two waves when you go into that area when you start the Deathsinger challenge, or when you start the Deathsinger fight. So instead of just killing a few of them, bringing down the shield wall around her, running in and killing her, you've got to kill everything. Then the sword bearer comes out, you got to kill him, and one of you runs in and just one-shots her. The Crota challenge is the same person cannot take the sword twice, right? That's literally all it is. You have a sword bearer who beats up on Crota and is actually the one who does damage to him. You cannot realistically kill Crota in one round of damage. It takes a minimum of two, usually three, and so you're going to have a different sword bearer each round. That's all. If you can do that, you get the Crota challenge, you get the cool guns, Bob's your uncle, Jane's your aunt, everybody loves you. Yay! If you're still doing Challenge of Elders because you want a couple of those cool pieces of armor or weapons and they haven't dropped for you yet, this week is melee kill bonus, which is kind of cool. It's not the highest scoring. In fact, it's one of the lowest scoring. But because you can literally kill everything with melee if you're patient enough, you can actually rack up a pretty high score just by punching everything to death. It doesn't have to be a charged melee. Small arms, of course, double damage. Berserk means the enemies don't flinch, so you better kill them fast. Then, weekly Nightfall. This week's Nightfall, I'll come back to it because we're going to go in and see what it looks like. This week's Heroic Strike list has Solar Burn. Pretty cool. Time to bring out that Vision of Confluence if you picked it up. Specialist. Specialist means special weapons do double damage. And Juggler meaning keep moving weapon to weapon if you want ammo. If you stick with one weapon, you will run out of ammo because it won't drop. The weekly story playlist is The Eater of Hope and a Would-Be Kell of Kells challenge the safety of humanity. Okay. That's, I think, going to be Skolas. Something like that. Yeah, it's taking off after Skolas. And Heroic, of course. Brawler, meaning you do double damage with your melees, and Match Game, meaning anything that has shields is extremely resistant to energy types that don't match. If you're into PvP, hooray, it's Mayhem Clash. Team v team, 6v6, just like no respawn delay. Your faster special, heavy, and ammo respawns, and greatly increased ability recharge rate. Like literally grenades every 2 seconds, if you're kitted right. Your super every 30 seconds. Quite literally every 30 seconds. So it's when they say mayhem, they mean mayhem. Don't go into this expecting to use a lot of tactics. It's fun. It's random. It's fun. Sometimes you'll do well. Sometimes you won't. But again, if you're trying to get some PvP stuff done just for the book, just before September and Destiny 2 drops, then hey, good spot to do it. And let's take a look and see what the Nightfall is. Void Burn. That's going to be interesting. Oh, it's a Daybreak. That's right. Okay, so Void Burn, Brawler. So you do double damage and take double damage from Void. You do double damage with melees. Fresh troops mean there are a lot more enemies, but just a lot of them, not necessarily tougher. Airborne means you do twice the damage normally when you are in the air. So if you have a void weapon and you jump up in the air and hit them with it, you will do triple damage. If you have a void melee, you jump up in the air and hit them with it, you will do triple damage. Really cool for those void grenades, like the void wall for the hunter. You paste that on the ground and then you jump up and you'll see the boss just melt because he starts taking double damage for every second you're off the ground. And daybreak means that your super recharges remarkably fast, right? Form a fire team of 3, greatly increase ability recharge. So if you're playing like a void walker or something and you have nothing manacles, let's say, and something like that, you're just going to have grenades for days, basically. Grenades for days, grenades, and the Nova bombs constantly. Really good for that kind of thing. I'm starting to sound like Donald Trump here. So let's just go in and see what it is. Vanguard Nightfall Strike playlist. You're going to want to be this guy here, the Void Walker. You could take the Nothing Manacles. You could also take my personal favorite, the Obsidian Mind.
His armies writhe and claw at our worlds.
Oh, Malak.
Even as you led the assault on the Dreadnought, a powerful Taken war beast fled for the safety of the shrine to Oryx.
Atheon's epilogue.
The would-be Prince Malak works to perfect a dark sorcery. He must be destroyed.
Either of these would be a good choice. Corrective measure, definitely. There we go. So Malak. If you don't remember what that is, it starts in the same place where you kill the Abomination, or Fogoth, if you remember him correctly. And come up here. There he is. You put a little DACA on him. Alright, and then you just start killing things. And as you can see, when I say grenades for days, I mean grenades for days. I literally get them back so fast that it doesn't even matter. My super's already up. There we go. I'm not going to waste your time with this. I'll wait until I have some of my boys or girls from my clan here, and we can start this game. We can start this game mode on our own. You're going to want to pick up the thing over here.
Sealed the door with hive runes.
Right.
Of course they have.
And here we go. Big old Nova Bomb. And as you can see, I've almost got my super back up already. But I'm dead. But it doesn't even matter. I wasn't trying. Let's call that. We'll go back to orbit. I want to thank you for joining in. I want to thank you for being a part of this. And as always, following along every week. You can like, you can subscribe, you can comment. You can just, watch the videos. Good enough for me. And I already did thank you. I'm lost today. I've been working like a dog. I know this video is coming out a bit late, but my real life has been busier than usual. And but I did enjoy Father's Day with my kids. Thank you all for joining. I have been Mighty Mr. Mustache. Have a great day. Have some great gaming.